William Bagley was born in Detroit on March 15, 1874. He was an excellent child and was able to attend high school in Detroit, where then, upon completion, he attended Michigan State, received his bachelor's, and then in 1898 completed his master's at University of Wisconsin. He continued his last stage of education and received his PhD at Cornell University. William Bagley was a man of great knowledge. Throughout his education, he developed strong theories, which to this day are implemented in society and are used throughout the educational field. He was a front runner in the essentialism movement. He was able to work under many influential people such as Teitner, who for his day was a top psychologist and had nothing but a great wealth of knowledge to offer. He was able to learn through the structuralist philosophy of his mentor, and Teitner had a very large impact on Bagley and helped him along this path. Following his time with Teitner, he went on and taught in St. Louis with hopes of improving the educational system. He only spent a short year there and was offered a prestigious position in Montana. He did not let up on his efforts promoting a strong educational system. While being a professor of psychology and pedagogy in Montana, he continued to speak at teachers' institutions, and, according to EducationStateUniversity.com, started the Intermountain Educator. The Intermountain Educator was the first educational journal in the northern Rocky Mountain region. He also played a part in writing in the Journal of Education Psychology and edited School and Home Education from 1912 until 1914. And again was hired to edit the Journal of National Education Association. While Bagley was a large asset to the West, his influence essentially spread back to the East, where he started out. While simply teaching and editing, William Bagley began his movement towards essentialism. He was a large opponent for pragmatism and progressive education. His views were in direct contrast with the progressive movement. He did not believe whatsoever that nature and moral code should be involved. As an essentialist, he believed that American schools were watered down and full of thrills, and that an attempt to provide equality educational standards had been lowered. William Bagley believed that the attempt to provide equality for educational standards, that in doing that, it lowered all the rest of the schooling for all the other children. William Bagley believed that it was essentially mandatory to have knowledge, not just to be in the know, but to do something with it. He believed that gripping and enduring interests frequently grow out of initial learning through efforts that are not appealing or attractive. All the while of developing the idea of essentialism, William Bagley also developed the idea of college student teachers. He wanted to teach them the opportunity and have them realize how it really is to run a classroom and teach them strict physical and social sciences because they were essential. Physical and social sciences are the basis of knowledge that all people should acquire. Bagley also believed that schools must pass along accepted values of society. However, educators and administrators should not concern themselves with the satisfaction of individual interests or desires. William Bagley died peacefully at the age of 72. Not only did he succeed in career, he also succeeded in home life. He happily married Florence McLean Winger. Together they had 4 children, 2 boys and 2 girls. She was a wonderful woman who supported her husband. They met while he was teaching in St. Louis, in fact. She also had a strong belief in education and stewardship over the small children. William Bagley was a stalwart man. He gave his very best efforts in all he did. His efforts are still seen in schools today. Many teachers still believe that tests should be more difficult, and our educational system needs to catch up with those overseas, such as Japan and Germany. In our schools today, you continually see the arts being cut and more emphasis being placed on science and mathematics. As a student, this has affected me and affects me because of state standards and state testing, and now at a college level of testing to get my degree. Also, teachers had to teach what is being tested on, and oftentimes had to take out art projects and the fluff and stick to the hard facts, such as 2 times 2. As a teacher, I will most likely have to stick curriculum-wise to what's being tested so that my students pass as well. This educator did great things with the ideas and still had a family. He is an excellent example for standing up for what you believe in while at the same time having a family and doing what's important for all involved. He believed in properly managing classroom and helping students succeed.